Hi, Nick here from HVACbusinessgrowth.com, and welcome to another episode of the Search Analyzer series. So I've got some great training lined up for you today. So like we normally do, we're going to start in the presentation here in the PowerPoint, and then we're going to go live to screen. So again, what we're going to be talking about today is the anatomy of a search engine result page. So hopefully everybody is beginning to understand how a Google page is broken down. So again, there's three areas. We've got the paid Google AdWords area, we have the Google local, and we have the Google organic listings as well. And pretty much the holy grail for what we're after is the Google organic listing, because basically it's just a lot cheaper to do, and once you're up there and ranked, it's fairly easy to maintain. So next, what we're going to do is talk about why a site actually ranks. So again, there's three things. It's the relevance of the search. So if somebody is typing in Phoenix air conditioning, then the site needs to be relevant to that particular search. So the user experience is also very important as well. So Google keeps a track of how people navigate through a website. So if somebody visits the site and then bounces straight back out of there 2 seconds later, then Google doesn't like that for a user experience. They like people hanging around on a site, spending 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, sometimes even more, and then visiting different pages on the site. So it shows that they're actually engaged with the website. And then what we like to look at is the marketing of the site, and again we talk about backlinks and the social element as well to marketing, and that is really important in terms of getting a site ranked in Google. So let's hop over live to screen right now. Okay, I've punched in Phoenix air conditioning into the search bar here, and we get a typical search that comes back in terms of the anatomy. So we have 3 ads up on the top of the screen, and then we have a whole bunch of ads down the right hand side of the screen. These 3 listings that we've got here, they're the organic listings, and then if we scroll down the page, we have the Google local listings, which we can see we're getting a bit further down the page there. Google local. So typically, there's 7 sites in Google local. But what I wanted to reveal to you straight away today was really what's happening with the ads that are on Google at the moment. So like I said to you, these top 3 here and the ones down the sides are all ads. So what I did before was hop into the Google keyword planner, which actually shows us roughly how much it costs per click is for some of these key phrases. So we've gone in here. So we've got basically some categories that are around air conditioning in Phoenix. So I'm just going to pop in there and have a look. Okay, so we can see a search term like air conditioning in Phoenix. There is 320 monthly searches, which is not too bad. I want to go over to this side of the page here. So we've got very high, or high competition I should say, and the suggested bid for this particular keyword is $50.15. So what that means is, to get traffic to your site, if you're going to pay for traffic, Google AdWords, that you have to bid approximately $50.15 just to be able to get 1 click through to your website. So that's really expensive. So if you extrapolate that out, that's meaning 20 people coming to the site, that's going to cost you $1,000. So out of those 20 people that come to the site, how many of those 20 are actually going to convert into a sale? Maybe 5% if you're lucky, depending on how targeted the key phrases are. So you really need to know your metrics and make sure that, well, one, you're able to analyze the lifetime value of a customer. So hopefully you're not just in the business of selling one-shot servicing for $99. Otherwise, your conversion rate's going to have to be really high. And hopefully you've got some good sales systems, some good marketing funnels that can help get these people, if you do want to spend $50 per click, through to your site, into a lead, and then hopefully into an appointment and a sale from there. So, like I said, it's super expensive to play in Google AdWords at the moment. So, if you don't have that kind of budget, then what I suggest that you do is look a lot more into Google organic listings and Google local, which is what we're going to talk about a bit more in this video. So I've got the Google local listings up now. So one of the things that I really want you to pay attention to is a number of Google reviews. So a lot of people can be quite lazy with getting reviews for their business, but it's really quite simple. You can follow this up and automate it after you've made the sale. And if you can do that, more often than not, you're going to be getting good quality reviews. So if we look at this site here, it's 257 reviews, so that's great. Underneath is 6. Yellow Pages listing here has got 1 review through to it. 5, 199, 4, and 4. So everybody that's on this first page actually has some reviews going to the site. So from a social proof perspective, that's pretty important, but it's also one of the many factors that Google uses when ranking these Google Places pages. So also what you need to look at is the addresses that are in Google Local, and what you're going to see is every one of these listings, a couple, has a fixed address, and it's in the city of Phoenix. So there isn't any people out in the outer suburbs or out of town of Phoenix able to rank in Google Local. So you have to be relevant to the search to be able to rank in here. You need to have a high quality branded site to be able to feature in there as well, and ideally you need to have reviews. It's not always 100% necessary, depending on the market that you're in, that you have reviews, but if you do have them, then it basically puts you not in front of everybody else, but it gives you an advantage over everybody else. So now what I want to do is talk about the organic listings in Google, and this is the stuff that we should be trying to rank for, in my opinion. Purely because I think a lot of people are getting blind to advertising now. So even if you just think about your search behavior I should say, most people, if they're looking for something, whether you're looking for a florist or a swimming pool or something like that, you're going to be looking at the organic listings, because Google basically has a strain that there's some inherent trust in those top listings, whereas the ad, who wants to believe an advert? So let's have a look at why these top websites are actually ranking where they are. So relevance is one of the things that we're talking about. So Phoenix air conditioning is the key phrase, and if we look at, say, the second website here, we've got Phoenix, Arizona, residential and commercial HVAC company. So that's obviously a related title that they have there. And then if we look further in the description, it's got air conditioning for residential and commercial heating and air conditioning. So air conditioning is mentioned again in Phoenix. So I don't think there's any shadow of a doubt that this search here is relevant. So this website is relevant, I should be saying, my fault. So we'll continue on. So if we go down a little bit further, we're underneath the map listings now. So now we have air conditioning Phoenix, air conditioning Phoenix in the URL, Phoenix air conditioning and air conditioning repair. So these guys here are probably just overdoing it a little bit in terms of repeating and stuffing the keyword into the titles, the URL and the descriptions, but it looks like they're right on the borderline, they're just getting away with it. Underneath that we have air conditioning Phoenix, AC repair. Air conditioning is in the URL, and we have air conditioning in Phoenix in the website description there. And we also have this link to somebody's Google Google Plus profile as well, so that gets a couple of brownie points as well in Google's eyes. So all things being equal, that's going to give you an advantage. So what we can see here is these websites that are showing up. There's no doubt at all that these are actually relevant for the search here, and bar that one site that is stuffing the keywords into the titles and descriptions a little bit, this all seems quite above board. So if you don't have these titles and descriptions sorted out for your own site for the key phrases you're trying to rank for, my strongest recommendation is that you do that as quickly as possible. So that's one of the key things that Google looks for when ranking a site. So now let's talk about the user experience of some of these top ranking sites. So we get onto the site and we have straight away an image slider that's on the front of the page here. So there's some good images coming through there and some good offers that rotate through, which you might not see during this video, but assure me they do rotate through. There we go. So they help draw the attention of the reader. What I would say with this, I mean, I do like the logo that we've got here. I would say that the navigation is far too cluttered here. They could reduce that probably by about half. So things like specials, that's probably okay. The employment I would remove, and I would try and tidy up the financing link as well. I'd either remove that or put that underneath something else. So basically, you want to give people options, but you don't want to bombard them with options because then they just get flustered and they can't make a decision. So this site, whilst it presents quite well, it could improve. So it's also got the Facebook, Twitter, YouTube babies across the top of the page here, so that's fantastic. It's got a fairly strong call to action with a phone number, so it has everything that people need at this stage. It's also got a super service award here on the screen, so that's going to build a lot of social trust there. It's good evidence. It's fantastic. And just underneath it, I quite like this. It's got schedule a repair, schedule maintenance, schedule and estimate. So people are basically self-selecting the type of service that they need. And if we go a little bit further down here, we have some testimonials here on the right-hand side of the page. And if we're talking about being relevant, if we look at some of these words that are on the page, it's got best AC company in Phoenix, it's got air conditioning repair and installation in Phoenix, Arizona, and it has the key phrases not stuffed in there, they're just sprinkled nicely throughout the text. So I can see that this is quite a relevant website and it gives quite a good user experience as well. And we have the specials that are down at the bottom here. So 0% financing, that's fantastic. Spring tune-up, which is one of the specials as well. So all in all, I think from the user experience point of view, this is a pretty good site. And if somebody came across this site, I don't think they would bounce off this in 5 seconds. They would navigate through, they would at least skim the front page to see if there's anything on offer. So I've got another website that I want to show you, and this one's quite interesting because it ranks well. However, I don't think the user experience is all that great. So from my perspective, when I get onto this page here, it's really overloaded, it's quite cluttered. My eyes, the pattern of my eye movement is all over the place here. I don't know where to look because there's call to actions on the top, there's top 5 reasons to choose the company down the mid left here. They want me to enter the zip code so I can learn if they're going to service the area. There's a sun, which is an orange and red, so that's quite an attractive colour, so my eyes are drawn down there. And basically I can't focus anywhere on this site. I have some offers down the left hand side as well, so I look at this and admittedly I'm quite confused by going onto this site. So even though this site ranks quite well, I think their conversions could be improved quite considerably by really refining the actions that they want people to take and really strip the site back. So if you look at a lot of the big websites, if you go to Google or Apple, they're very clean sites and it's very clear what they want the user to do. So the user experience is quite good, and the user gets from point A to point B with a very minimal amount of friction. So there's two good sites that I think I've shown you that are kind of in contrast to each other. So one was a good user experience that was ranking well. This site here ranks well, but I don't think the user experience is as good. So my advice would be, if you had a site that you're looking to upgrade, I would tend to go for the design of something like that first option as opposed to this one that you can see on the screen. So now we're going to look at the marketing of the site. We're going to look at the backlinks that are going in. So I mentioned in the last video that backlinks are kind of like votes of confidence on the web. So if you can get some high quality websites to link back to you, that's great in users' eyes. So let's have a look at some of the top ranking sites for the term Phoenix air conditioning and figure out how they're doing it, where they're getting their links from and how many they're getting. So one of the key things I'm going to be looking for is the total links here and the total external links. So these are the top sites here, these three that are across here, and we've got 753 links from one of the top ranking sites here on the right hand side. 381 of those are external. So what an internal link is basically, if you've ever been onto Wikipedia before, they're all the internal links that basically link all the pages together. So they're important as well. So you can see here there's quite a healthy amount of links that are going to the site, or to all the sites I should say. So one of the reasons why this site in the middle here is able to rank well with what appears to be less links coming into the site. We've got 83 links that are coming in here. It's normally to do with the power of the links and the quality of the websites that are linking in. So what we're going to do now is just have a look at, we're going to drill down into one of the sites here. So we're going to look at the anchor metrics that are coming in. So the great thing about this, so basically what anchor text is basically telling us when people are linking to sites, or when websites are linking to other websites, what do they actually say about the site? So we can see here there's a lot of branded text that's coming into the site here, and it just has a sprinkle of relevant text coming in. Air conditioning repair, Phoenix, website, HVAC service. So there's a lot of high quality anchor text coming in. It doesn't look spammy at all, and the site is actually very well branded. So this site here has lots and lots of links coming in from a variety of sources, all saying relevant things, which is absolutely fantastic. So if we have a look at the quality of the links that we have coming in the site, I don't want to reveal the linking sources because I've probably taken this a little bit too far. What I want to do is point out a couple of things: the citation flow and the trust flow. So basically what these are a measurement of the strength and the level of trust of the links that come in. So basically the higher the number, better. So if there was a citation and trust flow on the right hand side here of say 0 to 10, then the quality of those votes or links coming into the site wouldn't be great at all. But you can see here the numbers that we're getting, 43 and 27. So that's showing that there is some high quality websites that are linking to this particular site that's ranking well. And what you'll find is if you did this level of analysis on just about any search that's out there in any market, then this is a common theme of websites that are ranking well. They have links and votes coming in from high quality websites. Okay, so the final piece of the puzzle is the social media element. So you need to be active in social media. Um, Again, it helps to show that you're a trustworthy business, show that you are a legitimate business. And a lot of people are using social for checking businesses out, checking reviews, those sorts of things. And they're much more likely to go with a brand or a business that they're comfortable with. And that may mean that their friends have actually used the business before. So let's check out some of the social elements of this particular page here. So this is one of the better ranking sites for the key phrase Phoenix air conditioning. So if we work our way down, we've got 333 likes, which is great. We have some photos that are going on here, and it looks to me that this Facebook profile, this Facebook page is quite well updated, and they're sharing some good information there. Looks like they've got an infographic that's occurring there. Yeah, that looks great. They're putting their offers on, which you can see on the right hand side here. That's fantastic. They're adding their testimonials in, and it looks like there's some activity, basically not every day, but maybe every second or third day there's some Facebook activity going on. So that's a really good start. So if somebody was going to investigate your business, they might look on Facebook, or they might look on YouTube or something like that, and they just want to find out what you're about. So all the information is there, and that's one of the things that helps them to rank above some of the other sites for the search phrase. Okay, so I want to quickly summarize some of the key points that we've spoken about. So these niches, so this one in particular, Phoenix air conditioning, is a really hyper-competitive market. They're paying about $50 per click, so it's one of the more expensive Google AdWords markets out there. So, to be able to bring some good, high-quality leads into the business, to be able to make some sales, we need to be able to rank highly on Google, amongst other things. And we can do that through these organic listings and the Google Map listings as well. So we need to make our website relevant to the search. We need to make sure there's a good user experience, so the quality of our website needs to be good, the pages need to load fast, the design needs to be good. And we also need to have quite a strong brand out there, so we need to be marketing our site. We need to be doing what we call search engine optimization, and we need to be heavily involved in social media, so things like Facebook, Twitter, putting some videos up on YouTube as well. So this is the type of thing that I feel I can help you with. I just want to show you some of the things that we're doing right now. So one of the things that HVACbusinessgrowth.com does is help HVAC business owners get their sites ranked in Google and bring in high quality leads and clients into the business. So if we look at a typical search phrase here, so we've got, I'm not going to give the search phrase away because these guys are paying clients. So it's heating and cooling with a major city. And when I'm saying major city, I'm talking around about 5 million people for a population. And we went from sort of the middle of page 3, so sort of hovering around that 25, 26, 27 mark, bouncing around all over the place. Then we executed some of the steps similar to what you've seen in this video, and we jumped up to basically the middle of page 1 in position 7 in about 5 weeks. So I think that's a pretty good result in that period of time. So with a little bit longer, keep doing the right things, I think what we'll see this site here would bump up a little bit higher, hopefully move up into the top 3 positions. But I think that's in 5 weeks, so it's a good effort. We're getting brand new leads into the business and making some good sales. So I'll just show you one other example of the type of work that we're doing. This one here is a much quicker result, and we've got city plus gas ducted heating, and we've gone from, again, middle of page 3 up to page 1 in 11 days. So within 11 days we're getting brand new leads and sales coming into the business. So, that's going to be helpful to anyone. So if you'd like me to do a similar video to what I've done here, but to keep this privately for you, what I want you to do is just fill out the contact form that's going to be below this video. Tell me a little bit about your business, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with a video, and we can talk, how we can possibly work together from there. There's no obligation at all. I'm happy to do a video for you, and if it's a good fit for both of us, then we can continue from there. So thanks for making it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.